This is a Dragon Blazer production.
Welcome to another episode of Stephen Host Internet Trivia. I'm your host, Stephen, and I have two guests today. I have Jason and Terrell. Welcome back, Terrell, and welcome to the show, Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, as Terrell knows, we're going to go ahead and get started. There's going to be 5 categories. I changed it up a little bit. I have the 3 mainstays that will be every time, but I changed the 4th one. So last time you had geography questions, or around the world is what I called it.
Shit was horrible.
Shit was understood.
I watched it. I did watch that. You guys were a little rough.
I myself am not a big fan of geography as well.
I saw that Jesus statue and I was screaming, Rio de Janeiro!
Right? Like, damn. I saw the movie and everything.
Right? But history is going to be our replacement category for this one.
All right.
So let me give a quick rundown for Jason. Well, 4 categories, each with 5 questions each. Each question will be 5 points unless I say otherwise. Then we will have 2 Know Your Shit rounds where both of you gave me a category. On the Know Your Shit round, I'll explain the rules when we get there. Then we will have the finale, which I did change things up a little bit. On the finale, you do not have to bet all your points now. I'm going to make it where you have to bet at least half of the points that you have. So this is to avoid the situation that we had last time where everybody got all the questions wrong and we had a 0-0 tie. I would like the rest of the game to matter a little bit more and for the person that has more points to have a bit of an advantage. So I decided to change away the losing all the points. Now, you can still bet all your points, but you have to bet at least half. So if you have 80 points, you have to bet at least 40. We'll get back into that when we get to the finale. So we're going to start out with history. And I forgot to suggest this for you, Jason. Did you by any chance have anything as a noise device as like a buzzer?
No, so I kind of watched your latest show and I you didn't say anything and I'm traveling, so I don't. So if it's okay with you, I was going to go Roy Kent style and just yell whistle. That works.
I love Ted Lasso. I like that idea. How about you, Terrell? Did you come up with a noise device this time, or are you going to just... Okay.
No.
What do you...
I'm going to stick with I got it.
I got it?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that one.
Okay. You're like the Go-Go's.
You know it.
All right. So here's your first history question. What famous 5th century AD conqueror was known as the Scourge of God?
Whistle.
Jason.
Attila the Hun? Oh, I'm just taking a guess.
Attila the Hun is correct.
Oh, shit.
So that's 5 points for Jason. All right. Question 2. Name one of the 2 countries involved in the shortest war of all time. The war only lasted around 45 minutes. For an extra 5 points, you can name them both.
Jeez. Whistle.
Jason.
I'll just say Canada is one of them because that sounds like something Canada would do. Damn, all right.
Canada did not do this one. Has
with
Canada
shit.
ever been in a war? I mean,
I don't think so, but if they were, it would have only lasted 45 minutes. So
well, we blame them anyways, don't we? Blame
Right.
Canada. All right, Terrell, would you like to try?
I'd say
You'd lose no
fucking
points.
China and Vietnam.
China and Vietnam is also incorrect. The answer is England and Zanzibar.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
all right.
no fucking way I would have got that.
Question 3 in the category of history. Which famous battle took place on Sunday, June 18th, 1815?
Fuck.
Hey, that's fine.
Don't know. Nah.
Both of you not going to try? All right.
It's like Gettysburg. Just to throw one
That's
out
what
there,
I was
but-
thinking. That's what I was thinking.
Well, Gettysburg is incorrect. The answer is the Battle of Waterloo is the defeat of Napoleon.
Fucking Waterloo. Ah.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
At least we're learning something, though.
We are
So
learning.
that's
Right,
a plus,
exactly.
right? All right. Question 4. In what year was the television invented?
Oh, goddamn.
Whistle.
Whistle, Jason.
I'm just going to throw a guess out. 1952.
That is incorrect. Terrell, you want to give a throw out a year?
I will say 1922.
Ooh, you're close.
Oh, yeah. I was way ahead.
You're wrong, but it is 1927.
Ah, okay.
I was way
I know.
ahead of
I
time.
know there was. I knew there was fucking TVs in the 50s. I knew that much.
Yeah.
Like it had to be sooner.
Final question
my
in the
bad.
round of history. In what war did Joan of Arc assist the French in?
Oh, goddamn.
Oh. Whistle.
All right.
Wasn't the French Revolution? Revolutionary War? Or what was it? Oh, it's... I'm bad with history. This is a bad category.
1 second. Let me double check that. It may be French Revolution.
Yeah, that's my guess. But I don't know if that's what the actual war was called, but I know that was the point of the war.
I don't believe that's correct. It says that was 1789 to 1799. This is the... Would you like to try, Terrell?
Fuck no.
The answer is the 100 Years' War.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, did I lose my 5 points with all my dumbass answers? Or
So you do not lose points until we get to the finale. This isn't Jeopardy. You don't lose for wrong answers. So it's always worth it to give it a shot.
Right.
All right. All right. So
history is horrible.
Huh? History? Yeah.
History was horrible.
Understood.
I knew more of the geography ones you did in your last show than I did any of these history.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and talk to our returning champ, Terrell. Would you like to speak about your show, talk about a little thing? You are the host of OG Radio.
Yeah, as y'all remember, I'm the host of OG Radio. We interview any and everybody that has anything going on, podcast, music, anything. We also do live shows called Talking Poetry. We recently just had a show over the weekend, which a lot of heavy hitter poets that came out and everybody
Hella
smoke,
high.
what, drink. I'm the drunken host, but yeah, whatever you guys reach out to me, set you up with an interview. Monday and Tuesday, and everybody else take care of the show Thursday, Friday. So we're on 4 days out of the week.
Awesome. All right. Well, we'll talk to Jason after the next round. And this round, we have movies and TV. So these are all questions that is either from a movie and or TV. It's pretty self-explanatory, really. All right. Question 1 of movies and TV. On the 1990s sitcom Moesha, the title character was played by what one-name singer?
Whistle.
Oh, Jason was first. Jason. Randy is correct. So, by the way, Jason is leading with 5 points. And now he has another 5 points, so 10-0 right now.
Gotcha.
All right. Question 2. The code in the Matrix comes from what Asian food recipes?
Oh, man.
Both give up, or do you just want to throw out a guess, one of you?
I don't know enough about it to even throw out a guess.
Go ahead.
The answer's sushi recipes. It's binary code for sushi recipes.
That's hilarious. I've never heard that before.
Knew it was something simple. I just couldn't fucking think of what it would have been.
All right. Question 3 in TV and movie. Who was the first Seinfeld star to be inducted into the Television Academy Hall of Fame?
Whistle.
Got it? God damn it.
Well, I might get it wrong. I'm going to say Jerry's too easy and go Jason Alexander.
Incorrect. Terrell, you want to give it a shot?
Go ahead, Terrell.
I would go, obviously, Jerry Seinfeld.
Jason was right. It was too easy. The answer is Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, okay. I was either going to say her or Jason Alexander.
Yeah. I just asked this question to my buddy, and he said Kramer.
Michael Richards.
Yeah, Michael Richards.
That's funny.
Well, even if he got in, he'd probably have been kicked
by
out,
now. Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Right?
He likes to say some
100%.
word that we don't normally say in polite society. So there was a whole South Park episode about it. That's hilarious.
Right.
Question 4 in TV and movies. What is the name of the camp where counselors are terrorized by a slasher in Friday the 13th?
Whistle. Crystal Lake.
Camp Crystal Lake is correct.
Yep.
That gives you 15 points. All right. Final question of the movies and TV category. January 1st, 1971 was the last day that these television ads were seen on American television.
Is it like a brand?
I can't say.
Huh?
You don't want to do a guess?
I'll throw out Reynolds aluminum.
So I think you're going
Asbestos
paint. Lead paint would probably be more likely.
The lead paint, yeah.
See, you
It's
in
wrong.
there.
It's wrong, but that would be closer to possible. The answer is cigarette commercials. Cigarettes.
There's no way.
You've probably seen them in the magazine. They are not. They haven't been allowed on television since the 71.
Because I was going to say that, but I'm an 80s baby, and I feel like I remember, like, Joe Cool commercials and shit like that.
You probably remember Joe Cool in, like, magazines, because back then we actually read magazines a lot.
Dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like I remember, like, actual commercials, though, but I don't know.
The only cigarette commercial I remember seeing was on YouTube, and it was a commercial, and I can't remember, it might be Lucky Strikes, and it was a commercial with the Flintstones.
Oh my God!
It was the Flintstones trying to sell cigarettes, and I think that was in the 60s.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, apparently that was the first. That was the last time we saw cigarette commercials on TV. Not saying it's the last time you've seen cigarettes on TV, just commercials for them. Maybe they did commercials. They might have done commercials for, like, you can get these bags, Camel bags or Marlboro bags or something. I don't know, but actual commercials for cigarettes. All right, so that is the end of movies and TV. So we are going to talk to Jason, and he has a podcast as well. And it's kind of more my speed. Because I'm a huge wrestling fan, and he is the host of Gimmick Minute Wrestling. I know.
I love it.
They just argued about, I listened to his latest episode. They just argued about whether Roman Reigns, it could ever be a face or a heel. It's a very interesting argument.
Yeah, I mean, I just, not to, like, rehash it, but, like, that particular friend of mine, like, when he has an opinion, it doesn't matter if his opinion, or I guess if he believes something, it doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. He's going to argue it to the death, no matter what. Like, he will not concede anything. All I was trying to get him to see is that, like, a character can change just based off of the audience perception, and they can just change the opponents.
Stone Cold was more of a tweener. I think they call it a tweener because he still did heel stuff, but he was he was a fan favorite, but he was but Steve Austin was never really a face. Right. He never did face things.
Right. Never.
Like the original iteration of The Undertaker. Like, he didn't talk. He still had Paul Bearer. He still had all that. The only difference was they just changed the opponents he was facing, because he was still doing the same stuff. He was still putting people in body bags and, like, doing all this stuff. And it's just, I don't know. There's just, I won't get into it. But yeah, my name is Jason. I am the host and producer of the Gimmick Minute Wrestling podcast. I do have two co-hosts. One of them is Kevin. He's, like, my lifelong best friend. He and I have known each other since we were in middle school, and we're 40 now, so it's been a long time. And we've both been wrestling fans. That's what we bonded over. And so, when I started the show, I wanted to bring him on. And then Michael is a friend that I have through another group of friends. And he's a little bit younger than us, so he brings a little bit of a different, more millennial perspective on things. And, just the chemistry just kind of matches. So we talk about the current wrestling product, both WWE and AEW. But then in addition to that, we kind of get into stupid arguments over, stuff like Roman Reigns being a heel. And we also have moments in the show that just are freaking hilarious because we, say some dumb stuff that probably should get us in trouble sometimes. It's just
Hey, I understand.
It's just a lot of fun. So you get
I
check it
understand.
out.
I do a podcast where we watch pay-per-views, but the first hour of the podcast is normally me and my co-host just bitching about random stuff. Sometimes we haven't had that argument quite a bit, but we both are big fans of heels, and I play a heel on our podcast, so I like to I like to defend the heels doing heel things, and I like come up with excuses. My co-host says I'm very Bobby Heenan like in that aspect. So, all right, well, I definitely enjoyed it, and I'll probably continue listening to it. I need a good wrestling podcast. Always an excuse for wrestling.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. Share with your friends. Bring them all.
Well, hopefully the people that listen to this.
Oh, I guess we usually post episodes every Thursday too.
Okay.
I guess I should probably say that. So if you follow on, we're on every podcast platform. So if you follow on Apple, Spotify, whichever you do, if you, usually Thursdays we'll post a new episode. Usually like late Thursday night, Friday morning, you'll see a new episode.
What's the name of it?
Gimmick Minute Wrestling.
Gotcha.
It originally was going to be a YouTube show. It was just going to be like a short clip show, which is where I came up with the name Gimmick Minute. But then we decided to turn it into a podcast because I had more experience in the podcast realm. And I just kind of kept the name. So even though the show's like an hour long, we spend at least a couple of minutes talking about gimmicks. So we just kind of stuck with it.
Maybe we'll have to. I know Terrell's expressed interest joining my podcast sometime. Maybe you'll have to join me sometime. Watch an episode. Our next episode we're about to watch tomorrow is, well, my show doesn't come out until Saturdays, but my next episode we're recording tomorrow morning, and we're going to be watching the Montreal Screwjob pay-per-view. Survivor Series 1997.
Nice.
Oh yeah, we're hit.
I just watched that the other day.
I've actually never seen
Peacock.
it before. I've seen clips from it. I've seen this is what happened, but I've never actually watched the pay-per-view. So really excited. That's the whole reason I started the podcast. It's an excuse to watch all these pay-per-views because I got into wrestling with DX. I watched a little bit with my my stepbrother when I was a kid, so I watched I would like Ultimate Warrior and stuff, but then I kind of fell out of it, and then I didn't like it for a while, and then DX came along, and 14-year-old me was like, "Yes, suck it, I agree, suck it, tell everyone to suck it." And I'm like, "Okay, I can get down for this," and then I've been a fan ever since.
Right. It's kind of funny. Like I was, I've been like one of my earliest childhood memories is watching Hogan body slam Andre the Giant. Like my dad, got me out of bed, and he had a bunch of people over watching WrestleMania 3 and was like, "Hey, Jay, come watch this match." And I came downstairs and watched it, and that's one of the things that hooked me on professional. I've been a fan throughout the entire thing, and it was just kind of funny because I want to say I was probably like a sophomore or junior in high school, kind of when DX and Austin really started getting steam. And it's as a wrestling fan, I was always very closeted, didn't really talk much about it. I had a couple of friends that were fans, and that was it. And then all of a sudden, walking through the hallways of my school, I'm seeing
Austin 316
shirts and Austin 316 shirts, and I'm just like, where the fuck did all these wrestling
it was definitely a time when wrestling was cool at around those years. Yeah,
Oh yeah, the 90s. Yeah, mid 90s, late 90s.
I'll tell you what, though, I think it's getting to a point now where I think it's almost having
I love it.
Resurgence. I was walking, my daughter and I were walking in church the other day, and I saw somebody wearing a We the Ones T-shirt. And I was just like,
yeah.
We repping the bloodline here at church? All right, let's do it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to apologize if you do listen to my podcast back catalog. I shit the hell all over that Andre match. Don't get me wrong. That pay-per-view also has one of the best matches of all time. Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Fantastic match. but I shit all over. I'm not a big fan of Hogan, so
Well, I mean,
Wow.
you really can't. You really can't like discount the impact it had. Like that match wasn't supposed to be like a
I
5-star
know.
match. It was a spectacle, and it was intended to be that. It wasn't a good match because Andre the Giant could barely walk.
Oh, I understand that. I'm
so
just
bad. Like,
but I try to, when I do these paper reviews, I do it with a modern. I look at it like, I don't want to just go in here and just suck WWEF's dick. I want to be critical. And if you actually critically watch that match, and you've seen everything you've seen in wrestling, it's a terrible match. And I know that Andre. I know that Andre had a bad. He was not healthy. He was not doing well. I understand all that, but am I supposed to just be like, well, it's great now because I feel bad for Andre? That's not how this works. I'm very critical, and in the early episodes, I did a lot of shitting on Hogan. But I love Andre. Andre's a great person. But let's get back to the show. This is actually not a wrestling podcast. Not this time. I know when you hear my voice, it normally is, but this is actually a trivia podcast. So, game question number 1. Now, this is games. And I include sports, board games, video games, anything that would be game-like that's in these categories right here. So, question 1 of games. What risque game became Amazon's top-selling private label product when it was released in 2011?
Whoa. That was on board.
Wow, man, that's a tough fucking question.
Cool. Man,
Don't give up.
now I'm just trying to think 2011 or what came out. I think
That's hard because a lot of shit came out in 2011.
Leisure Suit Larry.
I don't know.
Right.
Terrell, you want to throw out a guess? Tom Clancy. So, the risque game is Cards Against Humanity.
Wow. Okay.
It's a great damn game. It's a great damn game.
About fucking.
Yeah,
it is.
And it did Amazon is like where you could only get it on Amazon at that time.
Exactly.
All right.
Yep.
The Musketeers, who play in the NCAA's Big East Conference, are the sports teams of what private university located in Cincinnati?
Jesus Christ.
Whistle. Is it Wake Forest?
Incorrect. Terrell?
Damn it, no.
Come on, I want to see some points on the board. This is about to be a very boring finale.
I know, right? Fuck.
Jason, tell me what you think it is now. Xavier University is correct. No points, but it is correct.
Yeah, they're fucking private. Yep.
Said the wrong school. My bad.
All right. Now, this is how I'm going to do. This is going to be a weird question. I'm going to explain what I'm going to do after this. In 2015, the first 6 games were inducted into the World Video Game Hall of Fame. These are the first 6 games inducted. There are 6 of them. Whoever buzzes in first can answer You'll get 5 points for every answer, but as soon as you get a wrong answer, you're done and the next person gets to try. All right? All right.
Got
Terrell?
The biggest one, it has to be, arguably without a doubt, Call of Duty got to be in there. What the fuck?
I'm not saying it's not in there, but it's not one of the first 6.
So
Wow.
for 6, would Galaga be one?
All right. So here is your list.
I was trying to think of like arcade games, but I was going back way
Pong.
too old.
Tetris.
Oh, okay.
Pac-Man.
Wow.
Super
Pac-Man,
Mario Brothers.
Yep.
I was going to say Pac-Man too.
Doom.
Yep.
And World of Warcraft.
What?
That was one of the
What,
first
first
6.
Wow.
Man, I should have gone with Mario instead of Galaga.
Yeah.
So I at least got one. That was
Exactly.
going to be my next
I
one.
knew Pac-Man was
Call of
in there,
Duty.
but I went with
Yeah,
fucking...
Call of Duty is likely in there somewhere, but it's not one of the first 6.
This is hard. This is harder than it looks when you're
All
put
right.
on the spot.
Right?
Here's the 4th question in games. Since he pitched 749 games in his 22-year career, including a perfect game in 1904, which MLB player has an award for great pitchers named after him? All right, Jason.
Cy Young.
Cy Young is correct. That gives you 20 points. And last question in games. What fantasy kingdom is the main setting for the Legend of Zelda video game series?
Jesus Christ. Exactly. I'm going to shoot myself in the fucking foot. I see the kingdom. I don't remember the fucking name. You got me on that one.
You guys give up? You want to throw out a guess?
I'm
give up.
gonna be pissed when you say it, but I can't.
Exactly.
The answer is
I literally
Hyrule.
see it.
Hyrule Kingdom.
Fucking Jesus.
Yep.
All right. So at the end of round 3, Jason has 20. Terrell has 0.
20 zip. This is how I started last time.
All right. So round 4 is in the category of music. Here we go again.
Here we go again. God damn it.
All right. Question 1 in music. What was Paula Abdul's first top 40 hit?
Whistle.
Jason.
Straight up. No. Wait. No. Fuck. No. I just no. It's opposites attract is what it is. My bad. I said the wrong thing.
You were right with straight
Was
up.
that right? Oh, okay, cool. All right, good.
In fairness, I wasn't going to let you redo it, but you said the right thing the first time, so that's 25 points. Straight up is correct.
Cool.
Opposites attract was not the first. Question 2 in the category of music. What Swedish band recorded hits The Sign and All That She Wants? Jason.
Whistle.
Ace of Base is correct.
I saw the sun. Opened up my eyes.
All that she wants is another baby. Sorry, I went with the other one. Question 3 in the category of music. What musician went to number 1 in 1972 with his live cover of the song My Ding-a-Ling?
Oh my God. I see the face, can't remember the fucking name. Great song, though.
I love the song. Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck. I don't know.
Jason, you want to give it a shot?
Nothing on that one.
The answer.
I can't remember.
The answer is
Before my
Chuck
time.
Berry.
Chuck fucking, God damn it, Chuck Berry. I saw the face, couldn't remember the damn name, and I'm singing a song in my head as doing.
I'm singing the song in my head the whole time, but I had no idea Chuck Berry redid that.
Well, he made it, I believe. Whitney Houston's
Yeah.
I'll Always Love You spent 14 weeks on number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1992. Who wrote the song?
In 92?
Not 92.
Whitney,
92 is when Whitney's version came out. Somebody else wrote the song.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm even going to tell you? She also sang the song before Whitney. Whitney made it way more popular.
Yeah.
Got it?
Terrell?
Fuck. Is it? When damn it.
Winona
Judge. Fuck is the last name? Winona Judge? Winona. Yeah.
I really want to give you a correct there, Terrell, but no, it is wrong. Winona Judd is incorrect. Jason, you want to give it a shot?
Is it Winona Ryder?
Winona
Oh,
Ryder, the star of Beetlejuice? No, it's not. It is not. It is not Winona Ryder. It is Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. I saw the face.
I'm sure the
Different
face
name.
is what you're thinking
Whatever,
about on
touch it.
Dolly Parton. Okay. Annie. Yeah, we all do. All right. The next question is a video or a music question. I'm going to play a song. You got to name the TV show based on this 8-bit version of the theme song. All right. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yep. Oh, I know this. Oh, Whistle. It's The Office.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Whistle. The Office.
The Office is incorrect. Terrell, you want to give it a shot?
Oh, fuck.
For some
Never mind.
reason,
The other
I'm thinking
show
of
like that.
I'm thinking of Mario. I don't know.
I know.
The whole point is
I
that it's
fucked
8-bit,
up.
so it's supposed to sound a little different, so it doesn't easily spark a answer to you. You want?
Terrell, it's a very similar show to The Office and actually aired after The Office, if that helps you.
Your opponent is giving you hints.
I'll sit up. I'll try to help you get it.
Is it? Fuck.
Reno
I don't know.
911.
Reno 911.
It is Park. Yep.
Swanson.
Yes.
Ron Swanson would be so mad at
It
me
was
right
Parks and Recreation, or Parks and Rec, as many people call it. All right. Well, we are on the Know Your Shit round, and Jason, you're in the lead with 30 points. Terrell, you have 0 points. So, Jason, you are in the lead, so I'm going to give you the choice. Would you like to go first in the Know Your Shit round, or would you like to go second? Get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Yeah, Terrell, go first. I can see how it worked, but I'll go.
All right.
Is this the round where
You
I
do get
the
to steal,
point?
absolutely.
Right.
All right, so how this works is I'm going to ask you 5 questions. Jason, you're going to get the question first. Terrell doesn't get to guess unless you get it wrong. If you get the question wrong, Terrell gets a chance to answer. You get 10 points if you get your question correct. If you get it wrong, Terrell gets to steal, and he can choose to guess it outright for double the points, or he can get it for half the points with a multiple choice. So,
okay.
Terrell chose NBA trivia as his Know Your Shit. Jason, and this should come as no surprise to anyone, went with WWF trivia. Yes, he did.
Wrestling.
So it's just WWF. You got no WCW,
Right,
no AEW.
At least I know.
All right.
At least I know WWF.
Jason, how do you feel about NBA? So this should be interesting. This should be interesting.
Just
It was tougher. It was. Look, Jason. It was tougher than what the fuck
All right.
I thought. I swear.
And my co-host Boomer from the Boomer and Blaze show actually gave me these questions, and he knows his wrestling pretty well, way more than I do. He's the one that first got me into wrestling. So, number 1, how many different wrestlers portrayed Doink in the WWF?
3.
It is not 3. Terrell, do you want to guess it outright, or would you like multiple choice?
I feel like I know it, but I'm gonna go with multiple choice.
Hopefully. All right. Multiple choice. A, 4. B, 2. C, 5. Or D, 10.
5.
It was
Wait,
10.
no, it was fucking 10.
I believe Chris Jericho was one of them. Just one for one time.
Yeah, Chris Jericho was one of them, and then they had the fucking midget. God damn it!
Yeah, I was thinking as like actually portrayed him long term, because it started as Matt Bourne, and then it moved to like then 2 other guys portrayed him for like the rest of his run, and then they had like little,
I think they had a
pop-ups there.
I think they also counted like there was a Survivor Series match where the Bushwhackers both played Doink.
Yep.
So I think they might have even counted those. I'm not sure if he counted those or not. Question.
Yeah, probably, because I looked it up and it said 11, so that makes sense. And Bushwhackers were listed on there.
Question 2: Who has the most wins in WWF history?
Well,
most wins.
Pedro Morales.
Terrell.
Either Pedro or Bruno San Martino. It's one of the 2.
You know
I
what?
Probably gave Terrell the answer though,
because I know where he is. This is most wins since the pay-per-view era. So I'm going to give you one more. I'll give you one more shot there. So this isn't past. This is WWF. I believe before that it was WWF records. So it's not going to be anybody before WrestleMania. So I'll give you one more shot.
Most wins in the. All right.
It's a good guess. It's wrong, but it's a good guess. Terrell.
Oh, I would have guessed that too, because
Gonna go with multiple choice.
I'm definitely going multiple choice.
Here are your options: A, Hulk Hogan; B, The Undertaker; C, Bret Hart; or D, Triple H?
Triple fucking H. Yep.
The answer is Bret Hart.
What?
Bret Hart.
What?
That is what my
Really?
co-host gave me, is Bret Hart.
He
Wow.
left in '97. The Undertaker was there
Exactly.
for
Well,
3
right.
more decades.
But
after
you
was
that.
also
there
got to
for-
realize
exactly.
that during those
So-
30 years, The Undertaker a
Exactly.
lot of times only wrestled at pay-per-views. He for the last few years, he only wrestled at WrestleMania. This is every match. This isn't just,
Yeah. So we're talking
This
like
is-
house show
I don't know if
matches
house
and stuff
shows
like
are
that.
counted, but
Just
you got
pay-per-views,
all
we're
those
talking
Raws.
just
You've got the Saturday Night Main Event,
Televised matches.
and Bret Hart was there from the
Right,
beginning.
and then
He
it's-
was at WrestleMania
okay.
1, and he wrestled for a long time. And Bret,
Yeah, that's true. I forget how long Brett was there.
I'm going
It's
through
a
these
tag team and
pay-per-views. I
stuff like
started
that,
with
so-
WrestleMania
okay,
1.
okay.
He's still wrestling. He doesn't leave WWF until this Montreal Screwjob, which is the pay-per-view I'm about to watch, and that's 1997. And he was there a lot.
All right, that makes
Undertaker's
sense.
more of an attraction. So I see the logic.
Okay.
Question 3. Only one wrestler has made Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker tap out. Name him.
One wrestle thing. Flair. I'm trying
Yeah,
to go through
I
people
understand
know
that logic.
face that do submission
Terrell?
moves.
Multiple choice, or do you have a guess?
If this is not Kurt Angle, I'm going to be really pissed. I'm
Oh,
going with
fuck
Kurt
it, it's
Angle.
Kurt Angle.
That's 20 points, Terrell. That's Kurt Angle is the correct answer.
Yep. That's good.
Right?
Good on you. Good on you.
'Cause
I forgot.
At first, I was
forgot
thinking Chris
Hogan faced
Benoit,
Kurt
but I'm like,
Angle.
no, because I don't think Chris Benoit
One
faced
steal,
Hulk
and you're
Hogan,
back
so
in this
definitely
game.
had to be Kurt Angle.
Yep.
Kurt Angle.
Right?
I forgot Kurt Angle even faced Hulk
Question
Hogan.
4. Shane McMahon has only held 2 singles belts. He's also had the tag team belts. The singles belts, the hardcore, and name the other title that Shane McMahon has won.
European Championship.
That is correct.
The European
That is
Championship.
correct. That puts you at 40 points. Terrell,
Yep.
you're at 20. Last question.
Gotcha.
Who was the first WCW guy to appear on Raw after Vince bought WCW? Booker T.
Booker T. second.
Wrong. It's not Booker T. It's not Booker T.
Booker
Oh,
T.
shit. I really
Oh.
thought it was Booker T. Because him and Austin. So that means I'm going
No,
multiple
You're going
choice.
to go multiple
I have
choice.
two people in my head. I'm going multiple
Well, I
choice.
do the multiple choice before
Damn
these are asked. So
I knew
Yep.
that.
your options are Booker T, A. B, Chris Jericho. C, Lance Storm. Or D, DDP. You know,
Chris Jericho.
if you would have listened
It's
to
Lance Storm.
Jason, he did kind
Oh,
of
fuck.
he did say it. He said Lance, and then he stopped
I
himself.
said it.
Lance Storm is correct.
Yeah.
Is the answer.
Yeah.
I stopped myself and threw my pen at my eye.
All right, so
But like I knew that. Like
All right.
God damn.
So right now it's
this is nerve-wracking.
42
All right, good.
20.
Right.
Terrell, you have NBA trivia. Number 1.
All right.
Who
I
was the
remember how this
first
went
NBA
last time.
player in
Bunch of
history
old
to win a
fucking questions.
championship with 3 different franchises?
The first player to win with 3 different franchises. Name 1, 2.
Correct.
First player to ever do it. Fuck. I want to say Robert Ory.
Is that what you're going to go with?
I'm gonna
Jason,
go
would you like multiple choice or do you want to guess right out? All right, number 1, Michael Jordan. B, John Sally. C, LeBron James. Or D, Shaquille O'Neal.
It'd be LeBron. No.
Yep.
No.
It's John Sally.
Well, it's either Sally or it's Sally then.
It has to be Sally
It's John
because Shaq
Sally.
only won with 2 different teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little fucking John Sally.
Yeah, because Sally won with Chicago.
I think Detroit was right.
Detroit, maybe?
Detroit was one.
I'm not sure. I didn't look that up.
I don't remember the third team he was with though.
I'm thinking
that's why I didn't choose John Sally.
I think it's the Lakers. Now that I'm remembering, right. I think it's Detroit, Chicago, and LA.
Question 2: How many teams did the NBA originally have?
It was less than. The newest team was the Bucks.
This is when the NBA first formed.
Fuck. 10. I'll go with 10.
Incorrect. Jason, would you like to guess outright or multiple choice? A,
I'll
17.
Do choice. I think I know, but
B,
I want to
9.
hear the options.
C, 14 or 15. Or D, 11.
I think it's 11.
11 is correct.
Because I remember being an odd
put you at 45.
All right.
Question 3. Which NBA team has made the most appearances in the finals?
Lakers. Oh my God.
That is correct.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah. I almost said.
I know when
Boston,
I asked my brother-in-law that question, he was like, "It's either Lakers or Celtics," and it's the Lakers. So that puts you. All right, that gives you 30 points now.
Because of a few years ago, yeah.
All right. What NBA team was the first to win 70 games in one season?
The Bulls.
Chicago Bulls is correct.
Yeah, they won like 76 or something like that, right?
72 and something, because 72 and 10, because
we got a close game now.
73 and 9,
it's
and still
40 to 45. Jason with a 5-point lead before the last question before the finale. The first NBA athlete to win both the MVP and Rookie of the Year titles in the same season. Derrick Rose. Well, considering I've never heard of that guy,
fuck,
that is wrong.
No.
Jason, would you like multiple choice or do you want to guess?
No, it wasn't him. Jesus Christ.
You said so. It's MVP and
First
Rookie
guy
of the
to
Year
do
in the
that.
same season. First guy to do that. It was Wilt.
Wilt Chamberlain is correct. So, you did a hell of a lot better this time with your shit around Terrell. But that 20 points,
I know,
20
right?
points puts Jason in the lead in the final round.
Last time it was
65. Terrell with 45. All right, so now it's time for the Fatal 4-Way Finale. Hello, everyone. I am Steven from the host of Steven Host Internet Trivia. I'm just here to tell you that we had some technical difficulties. I'm sure you noticed with the audio, people are talking after people have already talked. There was some kind of issue with the recording. And we also lost Terrell for the last 13 minutes of the podcast. I just wanted to give you a heads up. I'm going to release this with this disclaimer. Terrell was there, but apparently it did not record his session. He bounced out and he left, and he's not there for the entire finale. But you hear us talking to him, so I'm going to still release this. I just wanted to inform you we had some technical difficulties. We lost the recording, and being that this is a trivia show, it's kind of hard to just redo it. We can't really redo asking the questions because he already received them, he already answered. So I am going to leave this as is. I totally forgot to play my music for my Know Your Shit. I have a different song for that. I forgot all about it. All right, so how this works. You might have an idea if you watched the last one. You have to bet at least half your points that you have earned. So, for you, Terrell, you have to bet, what did I say? You're at 40? 20 points. Or you're at 45? My apologies.
45. Yeah.
I think you said 45, but I thought it was only at 40.
Yeah, because you got 20 and then you got 2 answers right. Because you didn't get any multiple choices right, did you? No, I don't believe you did.
I don't remember. Nope.
Because you didn't say Lance Storm. He got the European. So yeah, you're at 40. So you can bet up to 20 points,
Correct.
or you can bet it all.
Lance Storm, yeah.
But you have to bet 20.
Yeah.
Jason, you're at 65. You have to bet.
All right.
Let's see.
Gotcha.
You have to bet. We'll go with since it's an odd number. You have to bet 33. You can bet just 33. But I'm going to give you 4 category names. There could be clues in these names. And you bet your points based on those category names. And then I will ask you the question. Like I said, you don't have to bet. You can bet, Terrell, you can bet all 20 on one question. You can put 5 on each. Or you can bet 10 each. I mean, however you want to do it. You just have to at least have 20 points or half your points somewhere in those 4 categories. All right? That makes sense? All right.
Gotcha.
Here are the 4 categories.
Yeah, makes sense.
Presidential athletics. Little best friends. Board victims. And I love lobsters and Rocky Shacks. Those are your categories.
Jesus Christ.
You have to bet base. I love lobsters and rocky shacks.
What was the last one?
All right. So,
All right.
if you could tell me,
All right,
Terrell,
so
you have it written down? Or I want you both to message me on Facebook your points. That you are betting. Terrell, I need you to tell me what categories you're betting them on. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, I got you.
I got you.
All right, we have our points in there. So, here are your questions. Once again, I do need you to text me your answers on the Facebook. That way they're locked in. All right? And I'll ask you in person afterwards, but to lock them in, I want them texted to me. All right, in presidential athletics, which U.S. president was inducted in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Which U.S. president was inducted in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Little Best Friends. Terrell, you still there? Okay. Your camera went off, so I was just making sure. Little Best Friends at the Pittsburgh Children's Museum. You can visit King Friday the 13th, Lady Elaine Fairchild, and Daniel Tiger, and other puppets from which beloved television show? Absolutely. At the Pittsburgh Children's Museum.
sorry, can you repeat that?
You can visit King Friday the 13th, Lady Elaine Fairchild, and Daniel Tiger, and other puppets from which beloved television show? All right. Board victims. Who is the original victim in the board game Clue? Who is the original victim in the board game Clue? I will give you the opportunity to answer either the American version victim or the British version Cluedo. There's two different people. Text me your answers. And the last question. I love lobsters and rocky shacks. Kate Pearson joins REM in the song Shiny Happy People. What other band is she famously a member of? Do you need to hear that one more time? All right. All right, then just send me your answers and then we'll go through these. I did not get an answer, Jason, for the first. Oh, no, yes, I did. Never mind. I see it.
Oh yeah, I put the first two together. Sorry,
Right.
because I was thinking about it and I was like, I might as well just throw out a guess.
We're just waiting on Terrell's answers. I'm not. Nobody's going to see that spelling but me. If you wanted to say anything, nobody would even know, man. All right. Here are your questions and answers. Which U.S. president was inducted in the National Wrestling Hall of Fame in 1992? Terrell. Who did you go with? Jason, who did you go with? Abraham Lincoln is correct. Lincoln. He did real he did real wrestling, not like what we love. All right, and you bet how much? That is incorrect.
10 on it.
5. You put 5 on.
Wait, what
Terrell? All right, you lost 10 points. You gained 5 points. Puts you at, well, we'll do the math afterwards. All right. Little Best Friends at the Pittsburgh Children's Museum. You can visit King Friday the 13th. Lady Elaine Fairchild, Daniel Tiger, and other puppets from which beloved television show? What'd you go with, Jason? What'd you go with, Terrell?
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
That would be Lamb Chop's Play Along. And it's wrong. The answer is Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And what did you both bet? You bet 10. You mixed those two around.
I put 5 on that.
So you've gained an extra 15 points so far.
I did, yeah.
All right. The next question, board victims. Who is the original victim in the board game Clue? Well, this time you're both wrong. It is Mr. Body Green or Dr. Black. So,
yeah.
So Mr. Green, yeah, Mr. Green and Colonel Mustard are the people that are trying to, that are possible suspects. They're the ones trying to figure it out. They're the suspects. Mr. Body is who they're trying to solve. Yeah. The whole game is to solve the murder of Mr. Body or Dr. Black. So those guys are the suspects that you play as. So it's actually not one of those.
That makes sense.
I see why people would be confused by that. What did you bet? Huh? You went 15, yes.
I had 15.
When I said board games, were you thinking bored as in I'm bored or as like bored? When I said board. Board victims.
I kind of thought it would have something to do. Honestly, the way you worded it, like victims, I was thinking it was going to be something from like a horror movie.
And the last one's I Love Lobsters and Rocky Shacks. Kate Pearson joins REM in the song Shiny Happy People. What other band is she famously a member of? Jason.
I went B-52.
And what about you, Terrell?
Shack and Love Shack. It just kind of, that was my guess.
Evanescence. You can't misspell it and say it wrong. I mean, that's not how this works. Evanescence. Great band. I love Evanescence. However, Jason did catch the clue. Love Shack, Rock Lobster, 2 very popular B-52 songs, and the answer is the B-52s. I don't think we need to say who won this game. I'm sorry, Terrell. Jason got 3 out of the 4 Fatal 4-Way questions right. There would not have been a 0 tie today. Let's do a quick add-on of the final score. You lost all your shit. I don't have to do the math on that. So he lost 15 points, but then he bet 15. So you stick with 65. So Jason ends with a score of 65. Terrell ends with a score of 0. Well, thank you guys for playing. That was a lot of fun. Jason, you are welcome to come back when I finally get this started in another month. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming. I'm looking forward to having you again, Jason. Terrell, hopefully we'll have you on again someday. Absolutely. We'll come back in about a month. You guys have a great night.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. I appreciate it, man. All right, thanks, man. You too.